So now I would like to turn the podium to the chair of the Planning Committee, Gil Omenn, who will introduce the program and our keynote speaker. Gil, as you know, is a professor of computational medicine and bioinformatics, internal medicine, human genetics, public health. How many salaries do you get? At the University of Michigan. He's also a member of the NAM Council. Please join me in welcoming Gil.
Okay, good morning to everyone here in the auditorium and all of those who are watching on the web-streamed version. On behalf of the Annual Meeting Planning Committee, we are very proud to present this topic for you. We think it's a great combination of exciting science, important technology platforms, cross-species innovative research, and all kinds of clinical and social ramifications. As you can see in the title, instead of taking on the entire lifespan, we focused on developmental neurosciences. In each of the three panels, we will address an overriding scientific principle and then the clinical conditions that relate to it. In fact, in most cases, we will start by highlighting with a clinical vignette the kind of challenges we face for people as we delve deeply into the science of the brain to understand how we might be helpful. And you can see there's a colon in the title. Developmental neurosciences. Do we know enough to prevent or treat any major behavioral disorder? And I hope you'll sit on the edge of your seat for the responses. The format of this meeting is one that Nancy Adler, who's been a member of the program committee the last 3 years, particularly advocated, which was that we should intermingle basic biomedical research, social sciences research, clinical and policy aspects in each of the panels, instead of having basic science and then clinical and then policy, where the audience might divide into those in the room and those outside chatting. A special shout out to Nancy Adler. She and her family narrowly escaped the devastating fires in Northern California, and she sends her best. They are okay, and I believe she's watching on the web stream. She also introduced a scheme in the last meeting, which Victor asked that we practice today, which is after applause for a speaker or a panel, that we should, not after the applause, but in order to applaud, we should stand up and exercise our bodies briefly for a few moments. And it's not a break, but it's a way of stretching. The brain is a wondrous organ. And you know, we've come a long way from the time of the four humors or phrenology in the middle 1800s. Now we know a lot about genes and molecular biology, and we've learned a great deal more about circuitry of the brain. We have a sense of how all this comes together through basic biology and interventions, especially using model organisms to reveal fundamental principles that apply for all species, including our own. The three panels will address plasticity, vulnerability and resilience, and reward mechanisms and risk-taking behaviors. Connected with those themes are autism spectrum disorders and schizophrenias, affective disorders and anxiety disorders, and then the drivers of addictive behaviors and the consequences. As you know from the program, at the end of the afternoon, there will be a remarkable panel that Victor already mentioned, what is called the President's Forum. It's his discretionary program to wrap up the day before the reception with a compelling examination of larger policy issues that may be related to the program as it is this year, or may be a reflection of other activities of the NAM, as was the case last year.